What is going on, my esteemed witnesses? This is the Croc here to bring you a Pokemon Stadium 2 underused Wi-Fi battle versus Alakazam. Now, I'm still new to UU, so I'm learning, so I guess we'll learn as we go, as we get into this. Let's get into this team preview. Okay, looking at this man's team, threats on his side is definitely going to be the Scyther. It's fast, he can baton pass stats and shenanigans. Xatu is more of an annoyer than an actual threat, but he's got some very dangerous things he can pass to. It could be a mixed artillery. Scyther can handle it, Xatu can use it, and Hitmontop can also use it. Magneton's going to be a premier wall, and Nidoqueen could have Lovely Kiss, shenanigans, and his standard in UU. With that, let's get to it. Alright, so I am going to be leading here with my Zatronius, which is my Electabuzz, as he is going to be leading with Lorde, his Nidoqueen. Now, Nidoqueen is not the matchup for me here. Definitely got some Earthquake shenanigans. Could be going for some Lovely Kiss shenanigans as well. Just going to make the switch into Dojo. He surprises me with the Thunder on the first turn. He gets a lot of damage off, brings me down to 113, so I'm thinking, okay, cool. I can go for the Endure. If he wants to go for Lovely Kiss, that's okay, I guess. But he just decides to go for the offensive Ice Beam, bringing me down to 1 HP. Now, if I haven't already pretty much made it very bluntly obvious, I am the Flail Dojiro set, so I am going to be switching out and using that for later, as I switch into Weapon X to take either Ice Beam or Thunder. Hopefully more of the Ice Beam. I know he wouldn't want to risk a Thunder Mist just to knock me out, and he's going to follow this up with a Lovely Kiss to put my very big threat Weapon X to sleep. Credit to Weapon X by the original Dylan who played old GSC UU with our group back in the day. So, I know Slowking can take special attacks pretty well, so it'll be a wall for later, even while sleeping. He's going to be switching out to Ball on his Magneton, and I know I need to be switching out as well. And I've got to figure out what I want to switch out into as I switch back out into my Zatronius. Now, I'm not really sure what kind of Magneton set this is. Right up front, looking at the team structure, I just want to set up my light screen because I know I will be able to handle special attacks better from the likes of this Magneton, and that's exactly what I'm going to decide to do as he sets up a substitute. Now, being that he is a substitute Magneton set, he could be sub Thunder Wave, he could be sub Hidden Power Thunderbolt Thunder Wave, he could be sub Screech, which is kind of never seen, so I don't expect that would be the case. But thinking about it, he probably will be sub-wave because it looks like he's got a pretty offensive lineup as well. So I'm going to switch out into Aladra, and he does have the T-Wave, so sub-Thunderwave is confirmed. So probably sub-Thunderwave, Thunderbolt, and Hidden Power. Now I know Hidden Power, Ice, and Fire is not something I'm going to want to be taking with Bayleaf as he switches out into Yugi, his Xatu, his Shiny Xatu, as I just go for the Leech Seed as he switches in. Now I know these things like to carry Drill Peck. The thing about mixed attackers like this is they can attack from both sides of the spectrum, so you never know kind of what to expect. So I'm just going to switch right out into Zatronius. I know I can take Drill Pecks for days, and I can get the Leech Seed and Leftovers recovery. So after that turn, I'm all the way back up to full HP at 309. I'm going to be switching out here because he's not going to want to be taking Thunderbolt or anything else. So just go for the Hidden Power Grasp, predicting and hoping for the Nidoqueen switch in. But unfortunately, he does bring in Hitmontop. Now, I do misclick here, not going for the Reflect. I am dual screen Electabuzz because I wanted to use Bayleaf for other purposes like Safeguard and such and Perilous support. So he gets a crit there, does a lot of damage, and I don't want to sack Electabuzz yet. I feel like it'll be useful for later. So I'm going to switch back out into my Bayleaf here as he goes for the Hidden Power. Now I learned something today in this match. Bayleaf does not beat Hitmontop. For some reason I've always figured that Grass actually took fighting pretty well, but that might be because of the poison typing. As I just go for the Body Slam, I get a little bit of damage off. I was hoping for a Para, but he's just going to go for another Hidden Power. It's going to bring me down to 29, enough that I can get a Synthesis off. And looking at that damage, even before a crit, even the base damage of High Jump Kick is too much to Bayleaf, and I have nothing on this team to take it. I mean, it is just ridiculous how usually when I build, especially UU lately, when I build a team, it always has like a glaring thing that I can't deal with, and fighting is the big thing here. Although, as far as UU, I'm not really sure how big fighting is. But let's get back into the match. He's going to switch out into Yugi again, his Xatu, as I go for a Leech Seed as it switches in. Now, he can both Drill Peck and Psychic, so what I need to switch into is actually pretty difficult. I actually predict him to go for the Psychic first. So I go for the Body Slam. I want to get some Para Affliction on this thing. And I was hoping he wouldn't go straight away for the Drill Peck. And then as I switch into my Zetronius, he's going to go for the Psychic. The exact thing I predicted him to do last turn. That is an awesome prediction on my opponent's part, because that is going to be taking my Zetronius down. So he pretty much didn't get to do very much in this match. So I'm going to be switching into iFly because I know it's either going to threaten him out, pause a minute for the narration, which is actually kind of funny because it's kind of suspenseful. So he's going to switch out to Ballin, thinking he can take a Flail, but from this range it's an easy 2-shot. I actually was thinking about it the second time I went for the Flail here, trying to go for the 2-shot, but it is enough to 2-shot this guy, and down goes this Magneton, this huge wall to my team. Not really a big deal anymore, it's out of the way, so that is just great. Now, looking at the rest of his team, his Scyther is a big problem because it does definitely outspeed my Dodrio. You know, I always thought Dodrio was like super fast, but it's only 298 max plus, and even if he's run Hidden Power with the different DBs, he's still enough to outspeed because he has a max plus of 308. Now, I missed the recording on that turn. I'm going to switch into my Dugong. I misclicked for what I want to add. I feel like Dugong can handle himself for the most part. I'm going to go for the Attract. I actually did set the dynamic values of attack to 7 so I could make this thing into a female. I believe its HP value is still 15. Pikasav isn't really very clear about the DVs of HP when it comes to that. So he's going to be Baton passing out and passing this Swords Dance to his Xatu. Just going to go for the Parasong because anything that has a +2 attack I want to phase out some way. It's kind of a pseudo phase on this turn with the Parasong, as I just go for the Protect first just to scout. Goes for the Giga Drain. I'm not sure if he knows how well Dugong and Slowking respectively will handle that Giga Drain, but he just goes for the Drill Peck. He gets a crit and it takes me down. So the whole idea to Perish Trap under dual screens with Dugong is kind of a dream at this point. So you can start counting the crits because there's a lot of them in this battle. And yeah, so I'm going to switch into iFly because he is at Perish 1, and I actually like posting these UU games because I learn a lot from them as I post them. Here, I should have gone for the Flail because it is the smart play, because he is going to be forced out because he doesn't want to lose a free Pokemon to be switching in and out. He's going to go in here. I could have gotten some major damage on this Hitmontop with the Flail, but I make a straight switch into Eladra, and that is the wrong play to make because, as we've seen, I don't take fighting type attacks at all from the likes of Hitmontops with Bayleaves. So that is not going to be working. High Jump Kick easily is a 3-shot pretty much, but I do get the Leech Seed off, which makes sure that it's not going to be a 3-hit KO between Leftovers and Leech Seed. I would not have lived that. So Leech Seed's going to bring me back to 63. I have enough to get a Synthesis off. I'm at 224 right now, and I'm not really dealing much damage to this Hitmontop. Unfortunately, my Slowking isn't a counter to it because of its moveset. Those of you that battled Dylan back in the day, you know what this moveset is. He's going to bring in this Scyther. He brings it in at a perfect time. I've really pretty much got to risk it for the biscuit and hope to get a Body Slam up, but he's going to crit super me with the Wing Attack. I would have survived a non-crit because that base power, even with Stab, is not as high as Hidden Power Bug. So I'm going to bring in Orgoth, you know, the Relentless, and I'm going to get the Berserk Gene, and it is time to wreck some shit. It is time to come back from 5-3 right here, right now. It's time for the Turnabout. He's going to be switching out into Hitmontop. It's time for me to get some luck. I get the return on the first shot, and down goes Hitmontop. And now, just like that, it's a 4-3 game, and Orgoth the Relentless is doing some damage. I also kind of thought the idea with this Gramble is pretty cool, being the fact with stuff being paralyzed. So, he's going to Swords Dance up, and you guys already know what's going to happen. I'm going to get hit in Confusion. Now, I know both Wing Attack and Hidden Power Bug, I will, with a minimum damage roll, I would have lived a boosted Hidden Power Bug at +2. Return does not take this man out. I was like surprised. Even with max dynamic values, I expected to take it out. Wing Attack is going to take Orgoth down, and now I am running out of options fast. I'm down to 2 Pokemon. I am down to my Weapon X, which needs to wake up in order to win this match for me. because I do have the move that can finish this guy off. But you're going to see Weapon X he actually baton passes his sword stance rather than go straight for the hidden power bug. I don't know if he thought that I could actually take him down or what, but he's going to switch out into this Xatu, and Xatu, he's going to go for the Giga Drain Burst to gauge the damage roll. It's not that high of a damage roll. Slowking has really nice attack and really nice special defense, so that is very nice for me. Weapon X needs to wake up. Please wake up. Yugi's going to go for the Confuse Ray. He's going to try to search for the heart of the cards as I set up a curse, and now I'm at +1. And like I said, those of you that know Dylan's set, it has Hidden Power Rock, so let's smack some shit. Does half damage, easily with KO from another. I just got to figure out, will I break Confusion on this turn after this Drill Peck? I'm down to 136. I actually decide to curse up again because I feel like even if I here I could safely rest. But you know what happens? I get critted. So, you know what they like to say, to go out with a bang, you know what I'm saying? So I've still got iFly. I know for the fact I can bring this Xatu down. This is one of those matches, if you look at it, the rest of his team, y'all free to do some damage calcs on the rest of his team. His Nidoqueen, and I forget his last Pokemon at this particular moment. But I'm just going to go for the Flail. I know it's going to knock Yugi out from that range, and down that goes. And like I said, there is no way I outspeed this Scyther. I'm just going to go for the long haul, go for the Endure, and yeah, that's pretty much what happens. I go for the Endure, and then next turn he finishes me off. So, thank you for that game, Alakazam. That was really fun. I really enjoyed it. Looking at the rest of your team, I'm trying to remind myself in there to try to pull through. Basically, looking at the rest of his team, what y'all can freely run damage calcs on is Nidoqueen and Octillery taking that flail with 200 base power with a non-item boost. And just tell me the damage rolls. I'm interested to see how close I could have come from the input of that game if that turn would not have happened that way. If I could have gotten a Hidden Power Rock off that Scyther, it would have finished it off. Kind of surprised I didn't go for the boosted HP bug, but regardless, it was a really good game considering UU is a tier that's really fun, really enjoyable, and I'm still getting into it. If you guys want to play UU, I'll leave the link in the description for the list of players, and we'll add you on Skype. If you add me on Skype at tsvector, I'll add you guys to the group, and we can play some second generation. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm sorry for not having a video in 5 days, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this narration. If you guys enjoyed, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out. Objection! And find the computer room. Oh, and P.S. If you have not checked out Silver Battles, I'm going to link you to that as well, because it's a really awesome battle versus Crobat for the win, who developed this emulator. And also, let's try to get Pokemon Stadium 2 out some more. And with that, ciao. Peace.